most venerable colleagues, distinguished scholars, colleagues, and all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank all scholars and colleagues who have kindly received my invitation to be the part of this small yet unique international conference. Of course, I'm also very grateful for all delegates and participants who became a part of this international conference, not only from Thailand, but from so many countries. The conference, as you already knew, is about the Buddhist Path to Sustainable Development Goal. But when I look back, the day when I started to work on this idea, I really have to thank my colleague, Steve Young, who is sitting in front of all of us, who really initiated the concept of this conference. When I first decided to organize this conference under the auspices of the World Buddhist University, which is located in this very building, World Fellowship of Buddhists, I was designing a small gathering of selected scholars, and just we will work together as a scholarly type, and then outcome will be a small publications, which I was expecting that it might have a great impact. So the way I was thinking is putting minimum effort for the maximum output. But things went on changing. I was very surprised. I was very excited in a way that once the things has been publicized to the different part of the public, through the media, through mouth to mouth, and so and so, what happened is that the Office of National Buddhism, one who supported financially and then one who jointly organized this conference, thought that this is very unique indeed. So in a way that the Director General of the Office of National Buddhism submitted this conference to the Supreme Sangha Council. And then Supreme Sangha Council was so excited as well. For Thai, it may be very familiar that from the Supreme Sangha Council, they don't have much of the international conference. They are doing much more more among the Sanghas and of course with the laities. So they thought that this is one of the new starting of the whole work of a Sangha, our Supreme Sangha Council in Thailand as a whole. But not only on that, once the Thai government learned about that, I was equally surprised the interest shown by the Thai government. Coming down from the Prime Minister, he was personally interested, got interested in, so he was sending, I think, his High Secretary and so, I don't know who are here as well. But based on the information I got many high dignitaries from the Thai government was very excited and very interested to learn from the scholars here. But it was not only Prime Minister. It was from the Minister of Foreign Affairs. The minister himself appointed his advisor to come, and based on, again, the information I got, she was ordered that she shouldn't miss even a slight part of this conference. So in a way that not only Prime Minister, we got the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I got a big support from the Ministry of Justice again. And every main department and ministries are very excited and then eager to learn from us. So this is very unique, very unusual conference for Thailand, in fact. Generally, in the nature of a Thai conference, or general conferences, we invited speakers to speak, and then we'll get some questions from the floor, and we announce that the conference is success. But this conference, which you have to be in 2 days, will be very heated, very debatable, very provocating, and this is a selected audience. Every one of you are very VIP here, that we need everyone's help and input for our scholars. So in a way that the scholar will throw some of the ideas they have been with them, but at the same time, we need input from every audiences, every scholars, to make that their presentation even more colorful, more vibrant, and more powerful. So this is something what is going on. I have to thank every organizations who helped me to put up everything. Everything, I didn't have a big budget. The budget I got from government is very small, but the things went on, and everyone thought that this is a very good for the common good. So everyone trying to put their resource, put their effort to make this happen as you are seeing here. I'm a simple monk. I just have a little bit more wave in my brain, I guess, but other than that, I don't have much. But I got all help from different organizations like young Buddhist associations who helped me running around everything. I got the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ministry of Justice, who produced that video you have just seen, and everything, they just did it with full their capacity. I guess this is a very good example of a SDGs number 17, what he calls partnership for the goals really meant in practice. Well, the main idea is that why Buddhist path to sustainable development go? There are so many other paths to go there. Generally, every government never thought that to achieve the SDG, the religion is a part of it. Every government thought that SDG is something about economic. But they forget to look at that. What is the economic of our life? What is the economic as a life itself? So in a way that a lot of project, a lot of policy in every countries, their main concern with economy as a greedy person. But SDG, the United Nations, which design, doesn't mean that it is about economy alone. Actually, if I put it as 17 goals in my own terms, I just change that 17 goals, for example, no poverty, zero hunger, to my own language as just a opposite of that. You will see that these are the problem of mankind. These are not a problem of 21st century as most of people always think. Of course, this is a 21st century. We are really show it in highlight that this is our problem. But I see that, is that true? These 17 goals are the 21st century's problem, or it is a universal human problem? Imagine if I put it these as a challenges for us to get through. For example, number 1, poverty. 2, hunger. 3, unhealthy. 4, ignorance. 5, discrimination. 6, water pollution. 6, unsustainable energy. 8, unemployment. 9, distractions. 10, inequalities. 11, dreadful communities. 12, irresponsibilities. 13, pollution. 14, eco-lifeless. 15, unsustainability. 16, injustice. And 17, detachment. All those UN SDG, I just put in a very different term as a challenges, as a problem. And then when I put it in different terms, we can see that this is not only the matter of economic anymore. For example, these challenges are not only socio-economic. Last time I was invited by Steve to United Nations to talk about this SDG. We were talking about how to fulfill the United Nations goal, this global goal. And the chairman of the SDG committee at the time was the Korean ambassador. And this was the event organized by Steve there. And everyone was talking in a great enthusiasm with their great expertise on finance, on money, economy, policy making. Everybody was there. And they are talking about how to end poverty. After they have been talking nearly for an hour or 2 hours, I find that it is beyond my understanding. As a Buddhist monk, I have been a monk from the age of 14. It felt that I am not part of that, what they are talking at all. I didn't understand. I do understand, but it doesn't make sense to me. Finally, when I was asked to speak, then I said that, sorry, I'm in the wrong crowd. I shouldn't be invited here. Because your success to finish, to end the poverty of all forms would be the great disaster of my life. I would be the obstacle for this attending the SDGs because I take a vow of poverty. Excuse me. So, if you want to end the poverty, so I will be the main obstructions. I will be the main problem for them. Because I said that I want to live as a poor. I take a vow of poverty. So what do you mean by poverty in that sense? It means that you are going to kill me for your survival, for your success? Because I will be below the international poverty line, which is about US dollar $1.90 per day. I don't have any income. For my food, I go for alms round every morning. So I will be, I don't know, where is that? Where will I will be underneath of the even the ground of that poverty line. So I will be the greatest obstacle for achieving this SDG. So what does it mean? So in that sense, I thought that this is a big question we have to think about. So that's why I think that we have to really reconsider this SDG. What does it really mean? It is not only about the economic. Just to show you that this is a problem of not 21st century. This is a problem from the age-old problem from the mankind. I just want to show you that what happened as the SDG. I think it doesn't work, please. You have to manual. These are 17 goals. So just give a very quick. Oh, it's worked now. SDG, as you know, you can read it, I can read it. All my angles, but that one is too far. This one is very crooked angles. A set of 17 goals. Okay, you can just read it all those ways, which I just wrote it this morning. A set of 17 goals for the world's future through to 2030. The thing is that backed up by the set of 169 detailed targets, negotiated over 2 periods at the United Nations, and agreed to by nearly all world's nations on 25th September 2015. What is the nature of the SDG? First, and most important, these goals apply to every nation and every sector, cities, business, school, organization, I forgot to put, religions as well. All are challenged to act. This is called universality. Second, it is recognized that the goals are all interconnected in a system. We cannot aim to achieve just one goal, no poverty, for example, And we must achieve them all. This is called integration. And finally, it is widely recognized that achieving these goals involves making very big fundamental changes in how we live on earth. This is called transformations. So we have a universality, you have integrations, and you have transformation. These are the nature of these SDGs. Let's take a tour and then see what happened. The first thing, we said end poverty in all its form everywhere. Look at the Buddha, what he said 2,600 years ago. Buddha says that poverty is a cause of suffering in the world. So is this the 21st century, or it is sort of it's a mankind problem? 2, end hunger, achieve food and security, and so on. Buddha says that hunger is the worst disease. 3rd, ensure healthy lives and promote well-being. Buddha says that when body gets weak, mind gets weak too. So you have to balance between your physical body and mind. Education, of course. Buddha says that extensive learning and knowledge of arts and science are the highest blessing. Bahu satchancha si pancha vinayoja. This is in the one of the blessings. Achieving gender equality, very important indeed. Buddha says that it is not only men who are wise. Women too are equally wise. Both men and women are equal in attaining the nirvana. So there is no gender in that sense. Of course, in terms of our cultures, in terms of thinking, it may vary in different things. But ultimate goal, we are both have a same capacity, capability, and achieve the nirvana. There is no inequality there. Above what happened? I think you pressed something, so it went quite fast. Fifth, this is gender, so this is now achieve gender equality, I've gone through. Ensure access to water and sanitation for all. What Buddha said, not to defecate, urinate, or spit in proper water. You see. Again, how the sanitation was very key issue for the Buddhist monk and for Buddhists. Ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy. Buddha says that mindful way of living by not harming ecology. Promote inclusive and sustainable economic growth. This one is a bit long, but it will give a very good example that what is right livelihood means. As a government, what a government should do. As for the agriculture, they have how the agriculture has to be encouraged. For the commerce, how it has to be encouraged, and so on and so on. So this can have a very good kind of cities. Build resilient infrastructure. Buddha says that the right and constructive livelihood. Reduce inequality within among countries. So Buddha says that it is not the birth that makes a noble person or an ignoble person, but it is the one actions, that the way one lives one's life, that determines whether one is a noble person or ignoble persons. 11, make cities an inclusive, safe, and resilient, sustainable. Buddha says that a good city and community should comprise of 7 sub-piers, or suitable ecological factors of adobe, resort, speech, person, food, climate, and posture. Ensure sustainable consumption. Buddha says that if a man be ever mindful, if he observe moderation in consumption, his suffering will be but slight. He will grow old slowly, preserving his life. Song say it's a bad on. ไม่เดินสงสัย bad on แล้ว Yeah, the 13th, take urgent action to combat climate change. Again, Buddha tells us that human well-being and the natural world are interconnected. Buddha also regards climate as an important part of the human comfort. Please next. conserve and sustainability, the life on the water, Buddha says that respect life of all beings or non-violence. Next, please. Sustainability is a life on surface. Buddha says that respect all forms of life, including plants and trees. Monks are not allowed to even pluck the plants, the greenery, or even urinate on the grass. So 16, promote the peaceful and injustice. Buddha says that Nibbana is ultimate peace. And finally, the 17 is about partnership. Buddha says that happy is the unity of community. So I'm not going to go any further. I would just like to leave you with the 21st century's SDGs, which every individual of 7 billion world populations asked to achieve this, and I am asking to look at what the Buddha said about that. And we can see that this is another 21st century's problem, but it is a root of human problem. In order to solve that, it is not possible only through government channel, but it has to go together with the idea of each goal. 27 has an important, but at the same time, all are connected. So therefore, again, each goal is important in itself, and they are all connected, same as the whole idea of Buddhism is dependent origination. If this exists, because of that. If this ceases, because of that cease. So basically, what we are talking, my suggestions to all distinguished scholars and colleagues is that actually this problem is not a problem of 21st century. This problem is a mankind problem. And we are the part of the problem, at the same time, we are the part of a solution. So what you want to be a problem or be a solution, that is your choice. Thank you.